Well, hello there, little Crusader Kings, and welcome to the adventures of Prince Mayor, Yuning Godslayer the Worm of the Godslayer dynasty of course, the Land of the Rice and Snow, now a kingdom-level title, even though we have obtained no extra land, and we have done nothing extra to really earn that. All we did was make a couple of, more or less titular duchies, to be honest, and that was enough to elevate us to a higher rank in society. It was purely, as I said yesterday, it was kind of purely, what's the word for it? Ceremonial, perhaps, but we are a higher rank in society as a result. We're the same tier as the King of France now, and he shall learn his place. So as a reminder, for the next week, I am away on holiday, like an actual holiday, not just traveling somewhere. So as I'm currently sitting in a hot tub, you are all watching a pre-recorded episode of Crusader Kings. So I haven't been able to read your comments, as I won't be able for the next week, but as a recap, actually, that is probably worth mentioning. Yesterday, our guy, Godslayer Yuning, of course, set himself up as a king. We've crossed to 46,000 prestige, which is ludicrous. 12,000 gold. There is literally nothing else we can build at this point, to the extent that I was going through all of our trade posts and just upgrading whatever I could there in whatever random place we could, because we've got nothing else to build anywhere. Our tech is the limit now. So what I thought we would do with this, guys, of course, is try and get the Hemoarch bloodline, which is twice as many sacrifices it takes to get from nothing to Hemoarch between Hemoarch to get to that bloodline, if that makes sense. So we've got to get double our numbers here. I imagine we're fairly close, to be honest. We're at least halfway there, just mathematically, right? But it probably won't take much longer. Now, we decided to go and raid bigger targets. The Byzantine Empire. We hit the papacy in his lands, but the Pope's unlanded right now. We've hit bigger, stronger targets, and as a result, not only do we get a lot of prisoners, which has brought us probably very, very close at this point to where we should be, but we kidnapped the Basilius's pregnant wife. We sacrificed her on an altar to the gods, but just before we did, she gave birth to the crown prince of the Byzantine Empire, Lagoras Bardus, who was born in our court. As a result, the heir and successor, the only potential inheritor of the entire Byzantine Empire here, Lagoras Bardus, is Hanorse, because he was born in our realm to our culture. So Yuning Godslayer, being the proud man he is, proud of his culture, proud of his people, is decided to take on young Lagoras Bardus, Prince of the Byzantine Empire, as his ward, so that we can influence him and make him into a proper... We will be his adoptive father, and then we will release him into the world and say, you know, here he is, he's here to reclaim his birthright. And then hopefully we could maybe take out Diogenes and get a Han-Norse ruler of the Byzantine Empire. In the background, I think what we'll do here, I may also disable that, because that's going to get really annoying if that's going to make a sound effect every time we build something, especially if I'm just building up these trade posts. One thing I do need to re-enable, that I almost forgot about, is I need to re-enable death notifications, as I have fixed the horrible soundtrack playing. I've got the Astronomia song, or whatever the hell it's called. That's what it's called in the workshop anyway. To, there you go. Characters died, back to high priority. I've got that to play only when we die, rather than when everybody dies, so that probably shouldn't hurt so much. Nanisland has the potential for new roads here. Chen Qing suggests building new roads in order to make it easier for peasants to reach the central holdings. 340 gold. When we've got 12,800 gold, I think we can afford to spend a few pennies here and there on prosperity. Oh, how dare you! Dear Prince Mayor Yuning Godslayer, I understand your concern about my business. My undertaking is none of your business. Hold on 1 second. Just checking I shut my window before I sit here and record Crusader Kings for the next 14 hours. Otherwise, my neighbors won't be too happy if I'm screaming about our guy sacrificing people on an altar at 3 a.m. That pirate! How do you say that? A scene? How dare you? Let's put him on our list. This Irish Pecheneg? Is that how you say that? Altaic man? You're done for, my friend. What have you got in your backpack? A chess set. That's going to be mine. We're ill. Now, as a reminder, our guy is currently stressed and severely injured. We sacrificed another body part to the gods. We've sacrificed our eye. We've sacrificed our hand. We lost our leg being cured of rabies. Our guy survived everything that would kill a normal lesser man. Our court physicians are good, and our guy just has the blessings of his ancestors, his own research and magnum opus into health. I mean, I don't think we've really got much to worry about. I'm looking for other things to raid here. So we can hit Thrake. I don't think that's pronounced like that. We can hit that one and raid this one, because that's on the Sea of Marmor. And we can also go over here to Nicomedia, which we'll do as well. Let's just bring home as much prestige as possible. Fuck the gold. We don't need the gold. We're not interested in the gold. We might need the gold, though, when our son comes back from his Chinese university days. Bear in mind, right now, our current heir, be gone, our son. It's not actually our son. It was our nephew who we killed. Frederick, though, is our actual legitimate son. He's currently studying in China. Despite the fact he's slow, he's come out a very good character. His traits are incredible. Stats not so good, but stats we can buff up through, you know, lifestyle focuses and that type of thing, and artifacts, inheritances. What are you doing there? Are you trying to send troops to stop me? I don't bloody think so. The Battle of Nicomedia. Riding over the plains, I see a group of pompous soldiers coming from my units, weapon raised. When they are dead, when they have finished with us all my men are dead. I sink to my knees in the mud, wondering why I'm still here. We've got 48 personal combat. He's got 37. What's happened? I don't belong here. You'll struggle in the future to overcome these events, or we chase down and kill the commander. I'm a little concerned about that. Our guy is older now. He's 53. We are shy, erudite, one-legged, one-eyed, stressed, one-handed. We're half the man we used to be. And we've only got 48 personal combat as a result. But even if we're half the man we used to be, we're still more of a man than this guy is. That makes him about 2/3 a man. 2/3 of half of a man, that is. Let's kill him. Oh, we got him. Gunganir fit well in my hand and the ground felt firm beneath me. With one leg, that's fairly impressive. I moved suddenly and brought my Gunganir down on him. They fended off the first blow, but not the second. After the duel is done, I wiped the blood. Die. It's another man killed. Don't think that counts towards teamwork. I was actually going to go for that army because we might be able to get a few, like, commanders from that. Might be a good idea. Let's just go for whoever's around. Oh, that's bad. The horrific wound from your maiming is now stinking and oozing pus. This was the hand that we chopped off to offer it to the gods. The pain is debilitating and courtiers are avoiding you like death itself. That is -2 health overall. We've got excellent symptom treatment, though, so I'm not too concerned. The fatigue is gone. Now we've just got to try and shake this infection. We could have a sacrifice. I don't want to risk it, because it might sacrifice Bardus, because he's a prisoner. If we release him, he'll go back to his father. We can't bring him to our court. So I don't want to run the risk of having a blot. I might even take that off of the list. It's too risky. We don't know who we're sacrificing. My slaves might make a mistake. You know, our people might make an accident. They might accidentally get rid of this very, very valuable prisoner. We've stolen a nutcracker. How dare you? Is this some sort of sick joke? You son of a bitch, destroy it. It just brings back too many memories. Where is it? Where's that fucking nutcracker? Hey, oh, those are calipers. Mate does love calipers. You know what? I'll let you off because of the beautiful calipers. Right. How are we doing for gold so far? We've been out here for 5 minutes. We've already got 1,500. Not that good because, of course, we've already collapsed all the main Byzantine holdings. A stray arrow hit my horse's side. No. Robust warhorse. He's died. You son of a bitch! You're going on my kill list. Nobody kills my horse and gets away with it. No, not unless it's us, of course. Right, okay, so actually, you know what? We can burn this place down too. These places are very, very strong, though. My son has offended someone by giving them a clock. He's got Gregarious, though. Did you see that? Hold on. He's also got Gregarious. Again, arguably one of the best traits in the game. He's also become a mystic. He did what we never could be. He became the wizard of our dreams. What the hell? Okay. Well, let's keep burning down here. We might have to back off for a little while, let our troops reinforce, but the gold is just so good. Speaking of which, it's another 100. Not that we're doing this for the gold. This is for the prestige. We'll be known as the Melter of Byzantium. That's a terrible name. We'll work on that. That's a branding issue. So, Abydos has its port over here, so we'll move over to this one. Oh! My warriors are spawning through the streets of Abydos, ready to set their heart for loot. When I receive news, there's a pocket of defenders hiding in the area. It's Andronikos. 16. I challenge you for the leadership of your band. Don't die. We've no need to risk. Fight. Oh, we got him. We've killed him. Good work. I throw my Mjolnir into his stomach. We throw it. What, like Thor from the movie The Avengers? The man falls, his gut spilling out on the ground. He does not rise again. Just cut a man open with a hammer. That's, I mean, brutal. That's unsubstantiated. Goodness, how he managed that. Just sitting at home sharpening his hammer. Some thieves broke into your treasure vault last night, made off with as much gold as they could carry. 711 gold because of the fucking Dragonkin Society, you pisshead. And as a reminder, we are studying alongside the Dragon King Society, but we're not giving ourselves fully over to them. Their culture, their way of life will destroy our own, and our guys worked so hard to bring Hanorse culture into the forefront. We're not going to risk it. Draconian Yuning, there is much depth in our history, of course. We want us to study more scrolls, which is something we had yesterday, so we'll probably glance over that a little bit, because it's, you know, it's the same event, right? And I think they're in order, too. Let's make our way up and down the Byzantine coast here, up and down the Aegean Sea. Many have noticed your absence from quarters late. People are beginning to speculate what might be consuming your time and energy. 30% chance of gaining one intrigue, or we ignore them. 30% chance of getting intrigue. But when we complete the scrolls, all we get is, like, resolve, right? Let's go for the intrigue. We did actually get it. We've gone up to 29 there. Honestly, I'm alright with that. We're using the Dragon King Society to get us guy more power. Was that not the entire point? We don't want to just become a dragon. My god. Cheng Ching has collected a special time in Dong Eastland for 1,700 gold. What are we going to do with all this fucking money? It's just completely unnecessary. And the prestige, too, is just staggering. I was going to say we'll try and get this guy up to 50,000 prestige. We're going to do that the second we dock these ships. So that's not really that impressive. What about 100,000 prestige? Ah, the dragons aren't happy. Fuck them. We're using them for their power. They need to learn that. We'll take the 50 gold. We're greedy. I know that the 50 gold there is objectively the worst option, but, you know. Alfred wants a steward position. Our current steward has 22 stewardship. Alfred, how dare you? I would have let her on the council. I haven't got a problem with traditionalism here. You know, it's supposed to be a male-only council. I don't give a shit about that. The best will serve, and unfortunately for Alfred, she's not the best. Otherwise, I would more than happily let her on the council. Right, I think this is probably going to give us what we need, right? Just this one province. There you go. Boom. All right, back on the ships. Let's go and reinforce for a little while, and then we'll see you guys later. Just insanity. Absolutely insanity. Oh, Alfred's already our trade master. You son of a bitch. I'll give you all my goods. Here, take it. It's worthless to me anyway. I'm going to send her a gift because I worry she might be a little bit upset about that. Make her our mistress? Maybe not today. Yeah, I mean, she's already our trade master. She's already got a lot of power in the economy of our realm. She should be happy with what she's got. Hello. You, King Fatarm III of Finnmark. I'm so glad that name is still persisting. Oh, but look. All that remains is our original province where our dynasty first came from all those years ago, 219 years ago, when we first began in Finnmark. To the diligent scholar Yuning. You want to marry my daughter? You know what? I'll allow it. Should we go for the conquesting now? I think we've got enough money. We've got enough prestige. We're going to break 50,000 prestige with this. 52,000 prestige. I think... Who's she? Oh, she's a new prisoner. Titan security. Be gone! Be gone tried to let someone out of prison. My idiot son. Well, not our son, remember. It's not our son at all. We could embalm him. If we embalm him, we will become a close kin slayer, because even though we know he's not our son, we investigated it, we found out that he's actually the son of the boy who was our nephew until we embalmed him. We could put him on display in the macabre banquet with his father. We would become a kinslayer. But when you are cruel, wrathful, lunatic, deceitful, hemoarch, I think that people thinking you're a kinslayer is not really a big deal. Put him on display with his father. Begone, I have a great secret. You are not my son. We have gained the kinslayer trait, as to be expected. Diplomacy -5, general opinion -10, dynasty opinion -25. Ah, music to my ears. Excellent. What a charming new guest we have. This guy has definitely been the most morally questionable. Was that all we got? 3 prisoners from that entire run. How dare you? Get rid of them. Come on. Bloodline. Bloodline? Still nothing. Damn it. How long until another Blood Games? We've had one too recently, I see. Let's call a tutor to court to look after our philosophy lessons. Welcome, my friend. Jesus, this is gone a bit... Our guy's gone, like, right off the deep end. It's his desperation. The infection. His whole life, he's been just beset by illness and problems. And this is no exception. Why is he not cured yet? More to the bloody point. What's our court physician doing? Let's stand down from leading armies for a little while. How do you do that these days? There's the button. They keep moving the UI around every bloody update. Let's rank up. we gain the rank of dragon. Okay, and don't forget we've got those other powers to do as well. Burn dragon incense. Right-click on it to gain martial, intrigue, learning, or fertility. Haha, very funny. Chance of side effects scale with intrigue and true form. Upon reaching rank 3, your next mission will allow you to transform into a dragon. I will be blunt. I do not think it is the right... I don't think it's the right thing to do for this character. To be completely honest with you, I think it's a poor idea. And it will potentially destroy this culture we spent so long building up. I can't justify it. So when they send us that mission, it will probably just get... I'll probably just leave them on scene, you know? Leave them on red. My god, we're passing a lot. This is every episode. It's part of the turnip act. Whereas the turnip represents the very best quantities to be found in society, and whereas it is of a fine texture, particularly when boiled, and has been proven to remedy all ailments known to men when consumed, I, Prince Mayor Godslayer Yuning of the land of rice and snow, decree that the turnip shall henceforth be used as currency throughout the realm, taking the place of gold, silver, and any other precious metal. These shall be turned over to the crown for immediate disposal. The law shall bring salvation to the realm. I am Tom Nook now. Huge investment, of course. Because, I mean, shit, we got to spend it on something. Oh, we failed. That was 1,200 gold pissed away. What's 1,200 gold amongst friends? I mean, let's make another investment. 1,300 gold. Moderate foreign profit. More than cancels out our failed foreign profit. Cost us twice as much. I'll take it. That's all right. The question is, what the hell are we going to do with that? Because, you know, it's not like we can build anything, is it? Just keep upgrading our trade posts? That seems like a fairly all right idea. I did look into the auto build mod. I looked at the code for it. It's... looks relatively complex on the surface, but is pretty straightforward. I just worry that it'd be very easy to break. So I haven't chosen to include it in the mod pack, because I think it might break very easily, based on, you know, how the mod works. I would like to try and make my own variant of that for a kind of CK2 polish mod, the one I talked about a while ago, or maybe like 3 episodes ago now. That's kind of a plan for the future. I'll see what I can do with that. Let's put you on the center, because you're very good. There you go. Right, we're going to stay at home until we've patched ourselves up, and then I think we're going to go to war. And when I say war, I mean... we could take Ireland. Take England. It's probably a bit more valuable. No offense. It's just the land... this is all, like, still tribal land. This is giant fortresses built by Romans. So, you know, I feel like this is probably a safer play. Can we prepare invasion? Ah, he's too big. They have to control between 9 and 50 holdings. Well, Ireland. Congratulations. Your day has come, my friend. Place a bounty. No. Steal an artifact. No. Prepare invasion. How many men has he got? 5,400 with another 2,500 on the way. And 6,000 vassal troops. We've got more men stood in the Isle of Man right now than he can ever raise. Now, the way an invasion works is you, as far as I recall, is you take all of the title that you're targeting. In this case, Ireland. We would take all of de jure Ireland, which is this stuff. And apparently... this area on the other side counts as that too. So we take all of that, but anything else we siege down during the war would also count as ours. So whereas this guy right now owns Cornwall, a little bit of Wales there, some more of the kind of central parts of Scotland, we could potentially grab that as well. And then we'll give that to a daughter, if we can pull it off. We need tolerance level 4. We're not that far away. Full status of women comes from that one. Then we can land our daughters to make up for the fact that, you know, they can't hold land elsewhere. I think it's only fair and just. How's our son coming along? I need to keep checking up on him too. Frederick. Okay, I think no changes as far as I can ascertain. A traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. A good for nothing nobody. Intrigue +2. If it does anything wrong, I'll break every bone in his body, or he can stay for as long as he likes. Well, let's be honest. We know what the outcome here is. Patrician Gwanting Jestarian, who had introduced the bard to the court, was not pleased with me promising to break the bard's bones. I tried to explain that I would only break the bones if the bard tried to do something unpleasant, but Jestarian Gwanting did not accept the explanation. Oh. 50% chance we lose wrath and become ashamed. We didn't lose it. Good. Thank you. I drank some water and choked on it. Thankfully, a servant saved me, but the court witnessed the entire embarrassing situation. A frightening experience. We almost died. Probably that bard. I'm going to break his bones. So with this war, in theory, we should get the prisoner. So it's not as if we're going to detract ourselves away from becoming Humoarch. How's this child doing? My adoptive son. I'll give you some money. He loves us even though we're in prison. It's all he's known, you know? It's all he's ever known. Prison life. He probably thinks it's normal, which is kind of sad. We can steal his trade posts. We can go on a flower war, which is basically just a mass sacrifice. Ooh, I might do that. But at the moment, you can only do one prepared invasion, and even then, that's only if your realm is small enough. So when we prepared invade Ireland, that's it. We're not gonna be able to do it again. Let's do it. Prepare. Prepare to invade. We are preparing to invade King Ronchu. That's not how you pronounce that. On the 16th of September, 990. But we can fire it whenever we want. In fact, we can fire it now. So I've got an idea. We're going to drop our boats right outside his capital. We're going to turn them off of raiders. We are going to lead the army. We are going to lead the army. Even though we've got that infection, we need the prestige. We need the honor. Let's get on the center. It'll be better for the men's morale. Let's head for his capital. And when our troops are but a single day away... completely unnecessary. But, you know, it's about sending a message. There you go. As we are outside his capital, we will launch the invasion. Again, this is what we get. But I'm pretty sure if we siege the other things down, we get it anyway. But that's all right. 500 prestige, 250 piety, 5% moral authority. We're still trying to strengthen the religion, aren't we? What have we got to get it up to? 50%? Oh, we need to complete through the following tasks. Win a holy war, defend against a holy war, construct a temple, convert to Germanic... Convert a province to Germanic. Complete special opportunity. Oh. Okay, cool. So we take Ireland and we just start converting it en masse to the new faith. Alright, I'm alright with that. Hello there. How's it going? Sorry, I mean, hello there. Kill them all. Kill them all. We're going to boat bomb into his armies, but that's okay. Hello. I'm sure we'll be fine. Big gamble. Ah. He followed in our footsteps. After several years, you hear from your son at the Grosjean. He has studied the medical arts and is ready to start healing the sick. He's returned home. He has been classified as a juror, having passed the provincial exam, +1 to everything. Well done. Before our troops can test the metal against the enemies, we need to make sure the gods are in favor of this war. Godi Fu Yan has gathered all the instruments ready to perform the divination of my offering. Bjorn Smith? I'm sorry, my friend. He cuts the prisoner open. While the man's heart is immolated, the diviner starts rummaging through the entrails. The gods favor the war. 20% morale of armies. Give me that. This belongs to me now. Thank you. Thank you. How generous. Right, let's get to work. Already we've got 59% war score. We've just turned up and absolutely rocked it, and they're already close to capitulating. They hired a holy order. Did you see that? For as little good as it did them there, because they also get smashed. Send in your holy orders. You can bring the actual Pope himself. Send Jesus. He doesn't stand a chance. I'm sorry to say it. At this point, we've got this on lockdown. Nobody can stand against Yuning. 86%. Right, let's make sure those armies are clamped down. Because it's tribal, it's very easy to counter siege, as they've just instantly done there. So we need to keep picking off their troops. Commanders, I'm happy to see. I love me some prisoners. There you go, there you go. 85%. Are we capped at battle war score? We are. So 75% battle war score is all you can get from attacking. Now we need to occupy. Who has he called in? Wales? The King of Wales. The Slovian King of Wales? Vlastabor isn't a very Welsh name. What the hell is going on with this world? Hello there, I'm Vlastabor, King of Wales. Brilliant. Right, let's crack these guys again. Keep beating down what we've got. There you go. Signet ring. We've stolen someone's ring. Very nice. Thank you. How fancy. Okay. Okay, take this carefully. And... what? Chief Lachlan is planning to open a foreign trade route. How dare he? 95%. Now, I'm thinking let's not overextend. Even though it would be very possible. Thank you for the 50 gold. Even though it's very possible to go for those other sites. Cornwall, Wales, whatever. I think we need to not overextend because they do have a lot of troops. Like, they've brought in a lot of allies here. They've got a lot of holy orders that are stepping up. We also don't want to overextend because we've got one big army. They've got like 10 different people ruling their armies. I am just one man. Okay? I'm one person. What we need to do is focus on taking a small group of places and not go too crazy with it. Die forever. Okay. 95%. See, this is working. We've just got to do it as fast as we can. 96. Come on. 99. You son of a bitch. Go over here. Go over here. Burn it. We are king now. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it. Okay, first things first. You want to marry, yep, the Jarl of Finnmark, Fat Arm II. Perfect. Marry away. We've done it. Now, I'm not going to go for Cornwall or Wales, because if we send our army down to there, of course, by the time we do it, they're going to take back everything in Ireland. Yes, we are called Ricelandic. I thought maybe people would just notice it, but it's been like that since we've had it for a while now. No one's noticed, so we are Ricelandic. The Ricelandic prepared invasion of Ireland there. We are done. Offer peace. There's no offer peace, it's enforce peace. Oh, we got it anyway. Oh, no, we didn't. I was going to say that'd be very weird. And there it is, Land of the Rice and Snow. Let's usurp the titles that should be ours. Thank you. 3 titles can be created. Let's make these duchies and let's make sure this place is nice and organized before we dish them out to our vassals. Wow. So, he's a tribal barbarian, so we can revoke any titles for free if they're tribal, which I'm absolutely going to be doing immediately, of course. And we're going to be dishing those out to good Hanorse men and women. Ideally women, so that our daughters get something. So we're going to be taking all of this away. I'd like to see you say no. They might go into open rebellion, at which point we will clap them all. Just make my life easier, to be completely honest with you. You ready to become a dragon? No, I'm not. And I never will be. Right. Keep revoking. Let's take back all of I was about to say Iceland. Ireland. That one's mine. Sorry, I don't know if you got the missive. This is all mine now. Thank you. There you go. Nice. This is working. They're not going to rebel. You know, we've just crushed their troops. They've not got anything left. They're still bloody. Come on. Thank you. And finally, Ossory. There you go. So all of this is now directly owned by us, correct? Certainly looks like it. Certainly does. I'll just do a quick sweep over here. Very nice. Galloway, we need to take Carrick. It's good job we did this when we did, because if they were feudal, it would be a lot harder to revoke all these titles. We could give the Duke of the Isle of Man some extra land if he wants it. They've been a very loyal vassal all these years. It's been central to our expansions and our conquests. There you go. Coming out really swinging here. So, daughters, can I give you land? I cannot. She is only allowed to hold temples, and I'm not happy about that. So, why's our legal system still tribal law? What the hell is that bullshit? We want to get whatever increases burgher opinion. So we want to go for this one. Corpus Iuris Civilis. Collection of fundamental works in jurisprudence issued from 528 to 534 by order of Justinian I. Basically, this is the bureaucracy. And depending on how we set this up, it will affect our vassal opinion, the amount of provinces we're allowed. So at the very highest one, Corpus Iuris Canonici, we get +2 to our domain size, +5 to our vassal limit. Domain is how many provinces we can personally own. Vassal limit is, of course, the amount of vassals we're allowed to have under us. We ideally want to go for this one. We get less vassal limit, but it impresses our burgher vassals, who are people who own burgs, cities. Centralization also increases domain size, but lowers vassal limit. As long as we're very careful about how we manage the realm, low centralization seems like a good idea anyway. Bear in mind, we couldn't hold everything we had. So we could build... My god, yeah, we could. We could knock down all of the tribes across all of Iceland. Ireland. We could turn this into... Actually, is there enough technology? Let's see. I'm going to see if we can build it all into cities. Turn it all into just this giant city. That would just be insanity. We need markets. Yeah, okay. So they're not... The big problem they're going to have is they're not going to have... we could just build a castle, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. That'll be easier. Let's just build castle holdings. Make those the capital. Knock down the tribes. Rather than trying to upgrade the tribes and make them a city, let's just start fresh with the infrastructure. Far more expensive, but with the amount of build cost and build time reducing modifiers we've got right now, that way we haven't got to worry about... Because if we make it all into cities, it'll make it into Merchant Republic vassals. And we don't need competition in our own realm for a start. Even though it would be quite interesting. But we could do with the army size. So you know what? I'm happy with that one. Let's give that away and let's turn that into a castle. This is going to be nuts. Like converting an entire tribal kingdom into... let's make you castle. Why have you already flipped over to Hanorse Germanic? I don't understand. I don't even understand how that's happened, but never mind. Right, so that's already got a castle. The Barony of Ballantubber. Owned by... Ah, this is a castle they granted. They asked the Knights of Sardinia to build so that they could, you know, kind of be a patron to them. Get into heaven or whatever it is they do here. But that means that there is a foreign realm within our... We're going to have to go to war with a separate realm, essentially, to get that back, the Knights of Sardinia. There you go. Okay, so I think that's everything upgrading. That will take a long-ass time. How long will that take? I say a long-ass time. It will take a year. A long, unthinkable amount of time. Right. Well, let's let that tick over. I want to go on a flower war. I completely forgot that we had access to that as part of being a bloodthirsty religion. Should we have a flower war with England? And the whole purpose of this is just to go in and get as many prisoners and make as many sacrifices as possible. And the reason I say let's do it immediately, even though we're already, like, mired in bureaucracy and problems, is that they're all splintered. So we can just turn up, burn this down, and get to work. Yeah, go on. Sacrificing. Oh, look. Who could have possibly guessed that the gods are in favor of this particular war? Crazy, eh? Hello, what do you want? You want to kill the bishop? Let's worry about that later. You know what? Let's also worry about starting to convert this place, because this is going to be a fucking nightmare. You're our best seer. You absolutely are. They hate us because we are massively over our domain limit. Minus 220, but we have a good reason for that. At least for the time being. How do we culturally convert provinces? It just takes time, doesn't it, with a particular ruler. My worry is if we dish the land out, they might convert to Irish. But we can just keep sorting that out. Ask for help with managing my titles. I'm alright, I don't need that. Let's go for a mass sacrifice. So you can only perform mass sacrifices when you're at war. So this is something we've not been able to really do before. Victory cannot be achieved without the protection of the gods. If I wish to prevail against our enemies, we must be willing to make the required sacrifices. Once the gods have been appeased, they will unleash a terrible power against our foes. All the land of rice and snow will run with blood. We're going to sacrifice everybody and anybody. 30% morale of armies, unnecessary, I will admit. 2% Germanic moral authority, that's great. All domain provinces gain fields of skulls. We're going to sacrifice everybody. Local tax modifier down by 10%. Supply limit -1. Garrison size -20%. Kill the lot. Is that enough, though? It's still not enough. This guy is... Whatever. Whatever. This guy is taking money out the pockets of the realm. Probably because they don't like us. So he's thinking, like, if he's corrupt, why can I not be corrupt as well? How are we going to get war score here? Because it's almost all siege down, isn't it? It's difficult being so elderly in a time when it's considered lucky to even live to half my age. Not really. Well, within our dynasty, kind of. I recall when everyone in my generation began to die years ago. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, I would be next. But I was lucky. I lived. While my friends and family keep dying one by one. Such luck, however, has left me lonely and depressed. Now, I no longer fear death. Wow. That's poignant. That's deep. You know what? We might as well siege along the way. Let's grab whatever bloody war score we can. And then, it will basically automatically sacrifice a shitload of people on our behalf. Oh, someone else has died. A respected elder. But he blessed the land as he moved into the afterlife. May his soul rest in peace. Goodbye, my friend. Got a bit of prosperity back after we just wiped out half our people. It's okay, it was for the gods. The people approve of it. You don't become a tyrant. I don't know why. I don't quite know the mindset behind it. Oh, look, all the castles are coming in. Oh, 48 out of 8 domain size. Send help. Who are they being sieged by? Is this a civil war? Altis's conquest of England. A Greek Miaphysite. What the fuck? Okay. Of course, there's a Greek lady trying to take the whole. And then, I mean, there's us. She is trying to take the whole of England. I might let her have it, because that's just hilarious. That really is quite funny. As long as she doesn't interrupt with my flower war, I don't give a shit what she does. I'll try and avoid her if possible, unless she starts reducing our war score, at which point I will be swift. My wrath will be terrible. My execution swift. Oh, hey! The Colossus of Man has been built. I completely forgot we were building a Colossus in man. Well, I wouldn't say it's been built. I'd say we've built his legs. The legs of man. Well, you know what comes after the legs of man? The giant throbbing donger of man. Thank you all for watching. We'll have to leave it there for today. As much as I would like to play longer, of course, I do have to be a bit more time considerate, given that I have to record 18 episodes over the course of the next few days so that I can have a holiday. That's the YouTube life. I don't even know what I'm going to do for the main channel yet, so we'll worry about that later. Thank you all for watching, and we'll pick this up tomorrow in a time of turmoil and uprisings.